Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at the 7 biggest changes in Grand Theft Auto 5 for PlayStation 5.
Come on, let's get to the chopper!
After nearly 2 years, Grand Theft Auto 5, the record-breaking game of the last decade, is finally on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS. While some of these improvements have been made for the Xbox Series XS version of the game, we want to focus more on the PS5 iteration, as that has come with more bells and whistles. By the way, all of the footage you see in this video was captured on PlayStation 5 under performance ray tracing settings. Did any of these improvements surprise you? Will you be picking up the upgrade for yourself? Let us know in the comments below.
Is he in a gang?
Curiously enough, I did not inquire when he bought the bike.
We got work to do, Employee of the Month.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
A new welcome mat. One of the more notable differences between GTA on PS5 and the previous iterations is in the online component. Prior to this next-gen update, GTA Online opened up with your character flying into Los Santos and getting picked up by Lamar. The two of you do a street race, and shortly after, you're thrown into the world of screaming ragers and trolling hoverbike owners. Well, this time, the tutorial is a bit more streamlined. Now you select what kind of criminal empire you want to build towards, start off walking out of the police station, and doing a couple of brief tutorials to get your footing. It's honestly a way better method to get newer players into the game as quickly as possible.
Yo, good to see y'all. I'm out. Over from LC, looking after these joints. You taking over this clubhouse? Aight.
GTA gets some TLC.
Actually, yeah. It's that house right there, with the yellow stairs.
Yeah, good looking out, homie. Appreciate it.
Man, get your stupid ass on.
As you've probably noticed already, GTA 5 has received quite an overhaul in visuals. Even after launching on then new hardware like the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, the game never looked or ran all that great, showing polygonal edges on everyone and everything, while still using that creepy glass eye look in the animations from the PS3 and Xbox 360 era. Now, characters are far more expressive in their facial animations and sport more visual details. Franklin looks somewhat older now, Michael displays more wrinkles to show his middle age, and Trevor is, well, he's just as disheveled as ever. It's Trevor, what do you expect? Texture has also improved, with terrain looking more realistic and buildings sporting the details more clearly.
You're here, whatever. Sit. You're not gonna rob me again.
Man, I never robbed you. That was just a repossession.
Okay. You call it whatever you want to call it.
Load times.
They rigged the vote. I saw the ballots. It's a lie.
It's democracy at work, amigo.
Democracy can suck my fatty.
One of the most painstaking parts of GTA 5 were the load times. Dear God, the load times. On PlayStation 4, it took the game roughly a minute and a half to load, and switching from online to story or vice versa would sometimes add a few more seconds to that clock. Luckily, the next-gen upgrade for GTA 5 is taking full advantage of PS5's SSD. GTA 5 almost instantaneously brings up a main menu, allowing you to either continue the story or jump into the online mode. When choosing to resume the story, the game took me only 25 seconds to go from loading screen to game. Swapping from story to online took double that time, but you know, you're at the mercy of network connection and speed at this point. Jumping from online back into story mode, on the other hand, took about 34 seconds, still impressive. We were hoping for shorter speeds, but regardless, these are still massive improvements that make the experience way more enjoyable.
Mr. Samuel, it's not exactly how it looks.
I always trump big for a job well done. Now get out of here, kid.
Ray tracing.
Dad? Wait! You're the guy from the dealership!
Yeah, and it's a long story, bro.
Another thought you may have had while watching this is, Hey, is there something going on that's making this game prettier? This looks far better than I remember GTA 5 from a decade ago. Well, that's because GTA 5 has made another big step into the modern world of gaming. Thanks to the implementation of ray tracing, lighting looks far better and more realistic than ever before. There aren't pieces to a character that look out of place under certain lighting anymore, and it makes Los Santos look less video gamey and more like a living and breathing world.
I tell you what. Least I can do is buy you that beer. There's a little bar I like. It's not too far from here. Let's go.
All right, man. I'm following you.
DualSense Support.
Hello, Lamar.
What's up, homie? What's up, then, homie? What's up, dog?
Franklin here has been awarded Employee of the Month.
After spending a handful of hours between GTA 5 and its online component, the addition of DualSense support has become both a blessing and an ungodly curse. I am speaking from personal experience here. First off, there is a decent amount of feedback programmed into the controller. Though the impact of car crashes wasn't too powerful, it was interesting to experience when driving half of my car off-road while the other remained on asphalt. Whereas games like Call of Duty make the adaptive triggers cumbersome to use, GTA 5 finds a balance between the restraint and looseness of it, enough to replicate gun triggers without turning it into a finger exercise. As for getting calls from characters through my controller speaker, this was far from enjoyable when playing online, as I could hear every other playing yelling at each other in the middle of these calls through my controller. I'm not joking. No matter how much I tried to mute them, I even went and tried to mute everybody, nothing happened. They were still coming through my damn DualSense speaker. This needs to be fixed.
Shoo! Shoo! Get on out of here! Okay, baby. I'll see you at the thing. You hear? I was on the phone, boy. Don't be listening.
Now for the techie stuff.
Yeah, here you hardly feel it. Yeah, I smoke all day and I'm fine. It's a pure, mellow high. But I do get concerned about the monsters.
We promise we won't get insanely techie here, but a lot of this is still worth mentioning. The next gen upgrade for GTA 5 renders the game at 4K resolution and runs at 60 beautiful frames per second on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Xbox Series S, on the other hand, upscales the game at 4K, so you're not really getting 4K, but it's close to it. Of course, it comes with a few graphics settings for you to tinker with and find the optimal experience that's right for you. Performance mode will focus more on maintaining that 60 frames per second while rendering in 4K resolution. Fidelity mode focuses on rendering at the best possible resolution while lowering the frame rate to 30. So if you don't want to see pixels, you're gonna have to deal with a halved frame rate. Performance ray tracing, on the other hand, blends both while enabling ray tracing. And as I mentioned earlier, it is the footage that you are seeing now.
What do you want?
Man, I come by for that drink you offered, that's all.
I wasn't really serious about that.
What?
New generation, new audiences.
Very good, Vincent. Very good. You managed not to frighten them away this time. Wonderful. We are making progress. Right this way, sir. Welcome. Welcome.
With GTA 5 being such an incredibly old game now, some folks might be intimidated by the online mode. It's understandable considering how many people no-life the game and grief others with hover bikes, especially when all you want to do is expand your business, do missions, and find collectibles. I'm here minding my own business, man, quit blowing me sky high. Well, new players can get a massive jump on their criminal empire. Upon creating a new account, the game will give you 4 million smackaroos to use for your business, vehicles, and more. I, for one, used that money to start a counterfeiting scheme, buy the ultimate motorcycle for edgelords, and buy an apartment. It's nice. I like it. I still had a few $100,000 left over, which I then used to upgrade my bike, and that said, the cash bonus really helps you get a jump on your second life in Los Santos. Even if you don't have the $10 to fork over for GTA 5's PS5 upgrade, GTA Online is available right now as a free-to-play game.
And that's that, baby. I'll be in touch if you're taking any of that club business. Otherwise, enjoy the place.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.